Good evening, everyone. This is Mr. Fleming. We're going to be doing a little bit of work with exponents tonight. So first things first, what in the world is an exponent? Very short answer. It's a notation. Notation for what? Multiplication. So let's get that right on down. What is an exponent? An exponent is a notation which tells us how many times to multiply. Now, multiply by what? We're going to call this the base. So, what would be some examples of this? 2 to the fourth, 5 to the third. And here's what 2 to the fourth would represent. It would say 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So the number down here on the bottom, that's what we like to call the base. And the number up top, we call that an exponent. So you can have any type of exponent you want. It could be 4, it could be 10, you could go crazy and call it 100. What we're going to learn is that you can even do things like have an exponent of 1/2, have an exponent of 5/3, and if you really wanted to, you can have an irrational exponent. That'll kind of be beyond the scope of what we want to do, but I do want you to know it is possible. An exponent is just a number, so any number you think of is good to go there, and that number tells you how many times to multiply the base. So that 5 cubed, 5 times 5 times 5. It appears 3 times, just like down to the left, the 2 appeared 4 times. Now when you evaluate an exponent, one of the beginning ways to do that is just to write it all out and then do it step by step. So for instance, if I wanted to know what number is 2 to the fifth, I would have to write out 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And I see it 5 times, so I know that I'm good. And I would bracket it off one step at a time. This would give me 4, times another 2 would give me 8, times another 2 would give me 16, and times the final one would give me the answer 32. Just like your standard multiplication tables, the more you know, the faster these are going to come to you. So don't ever think that the multiplication tables don't come in handy. Our good old friend 3 to the fourth right here. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Now let's say you don't want to go one step at a time. You can actually do chunks of it and multiply those chunks together. I could say 3 times 3 is 9. This 3 times 3 is 9. And I have to multiply those two 9s to get 81. So notice I didn't necessarily go in order, but I broke the whole thing into 2 chunks and just multiplied the chunks together. And you'll always be able to do that with exponents. Now one of the things I find most fascinating about exponents is that you can have one number be represented by more than one type of exponential expression. What we have right here is 2 examples, and if you notice, 2 to the fifth, 3 to the fourth, those give us 2 completely different numbers. But sometimes you can have 2 exponential expressions that represent the same numbers. So that's kind of what I want to show you guys. With a little creativity, we can rewrite any exponential expression in an equivalent form. And it starts by just expanding like we did before. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Now here we can see that we've got 12 2's lined up, and if I group them in batches of 2, I will again get some numbers. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. How many 4s do I have? 4 to the sixth. Now we didn't have to do batches of 2. I could have done batches of 3, batches of 4, not batches of 5 though. Think hard about why we wouldn't be able to do batches of 5. But you could come up with a whole lot of different ways to write an exponent. The goal is just to make sure that you have the same number repeating every single time. So let me show you a bad scenario. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need one more. Alright, now let's say I tried batches of 5. So I would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And notice I can't get a group of 5 there, so this would be bad. We won't be able to rewrite it as an exponential expression. So right now I would want you guys to try these on your own and look in the comments below to see what a few ways to represent this would be. Hope this is helpful, you guys. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.